Hello and good morning from my bathroom. My throat is so sore. I feel like I'm actually coming down with a little bit of a cold. I wanted to start this video earlier, but I didn't get to it because I was editing yesterday's vlog this morning. And now my dad is about to come with his wife and visit us. So we were actually planning on visiting my aunt this weekend. I would have loved that. She lives like a 2 to 3 hour drive away. But my aunt suffers from breast cancer and she's just not feeling well. And it's that kind of not feeling well where you don't have to rush because she's probably not gonna die. Like, she has a really high chance of getting through this, but just with all the therapy and everything, she's just not feeling well. And so we were like, okay, we're not gonna come over, but my dad and his wife are going to visit, and we are gonna go to a Christmas market inside of mine today. So I'm just getting ready for that. I feel like I'm gonna do like a whole get ready with me, like a chatty one, maybe tomorrow, because tomorrow we have a lot more time in the morning because we are gonna go out with my boyfriend's family because his grandma's birthday was last week and his was too, so it's like a little celebration, and I feel like I have a lot more time getting ready for that. But now I'm just kind of like, I just like to use tinted moisturizer and then just a little bit of concealer because I look tired. We went to bed at like 2 and then I woke up around 8:30, I want to say. That was okay, but you can definitely see that I haven't had the greatest night of sleep. So my dad and his wife are gonna be here any second, so I'm not gonna do an eyeliner. I feel like I already like have the slightest bit of eyeliner on my face just from not taking it off completely last night. So I'm just gonna brush my hair and then fix my bangs because I feel like with this part here, that little like spare part, you might want to know how I try to style that for the time where it is not yet like fully grown back. So basically I'll just brush my bangs and then take away all the longer parts, and then I always take a straightener. See, I think it needs like a little more, but we're just gonna try. Use some heat protection for this, and then that didn't really help, so I'm just gonna really just get these all together and then just kind of like get them as tight as possible, then go a second time. Now it's actually hot, so this might help a lot more. Yeah, see, here we go. And then you can just kind of like move it a little, trying to close that gap. I'm gonna do this. I feel like I'm just gonna do this a little more, and then I like to go underneath here for these parts and then just take these together. It's a little bit of a process, a little bit of a trial and error situation, but basically you will find whatever works for you, I guess. So, and then what I feel like also helps is to just, while it's still warm, kind of brush it into place. Let's see. Yeah, I feel like it's not really gonna go the way that I want it to today, but that's just what you have to deal with like the first couple of weeks, and then it'll be normal. I feel like even like in a couple of days it'll already help, and then after a while it'll look like this and work. So as soon as my dad and his wife are going to be here, we're gonna get going to the Christmas market and I'm gonna take you along. Here is a little fit check. This is what I'm wearing. This gorgeous dress that I thrifted in Budapest. Currently like having pretty a bum. I feel like now you can definitely tell I'm pregnant. Then I'm wearing just some purple tights and silver little booties. Perfect little Christmas market look, so let's get going. We are back now. My hair is still freaking me out today. But yeah, my throat is actually getting worse, so I'm currently making some tea. This is where we store all the tea bags, and then we don't really know what we're gonna do with the rest of the day. We might go to like the recycling station. We really have to go there, and then maybe like get groceries. I want to go to the drugstore because I need something to maintain the hair now, so we're just gonna see. We kind of ran out of the beautiful mugs, so now I'm using these, which are okay. So you probably realized that we didn't go inside the mine, and that is mainly because it was so busy. There were so many people there that we just couldn't bother just standing in line for like an hour or two, so we just decided not to and come back another day when there was just less people there, when it would be less busy. I'm sorry, my hair is still like a big... Okay, I feel like it looks better now. So yeah, basically that's what happened this morning so far today. Now I'm making tea, gotta get the honey. Let's see. So my boyfriend's dad actually they have their own bees and they make their own honey. So that's in here. We're just gonna take a spoonful and then put it in. And then also, my parents obviously know that I've struggled with an eating disorder. And so whenever we're out, they try to make sure to give me food. So we already had something to eat at the Christmas market. And they also bought me, just like seriously, who bakes cake with slices this big? Like, it's so big. I wanted to go with the raspberry. So we picked this one up and I'm gonna share this with my boyfriend because it's just so much. So we're gonna have that now. And then just have the tea and then decide what we're gonna do. I hope we can make it to recycling, but I kind of feel like they're already closed. Where we live now, most of the trash is picked up, but for some reason paper is not picked up, so you have to bring it there, and we really need to go, so maybe we can fit that in today. So after we came back and I made tea, I fell asleep for an hour on the couch. I was so done. I haven't been sleeping well the past couple of nights. Like, generally my sleep is a lot better, but I feel like we went to bed pretty late, got up kind of early, so I just haven't had a lot of sleep lately. But we made it to the recycling side. That all went well. We also went to the drugstore, picked some things up, and then to the grocery store because my boyfriend wanted something for dinner. My voice is not doing well. My throat is feeling pretty bad, to be honest, and so I decided to just do a little self-care night, and I wanted to take you along and show you what I like to do. So the first thing, this is not what I usually do, but I picked this up at the grocery store. Apparently it's good for your immune system, so I'm gonna try. It's not bad. It says it has orange and then also ginger, which I also put a lot into the potato soup from yesterday, and I had the rest of that for dinner. So yeah, we're just gonna unwind a little now, and the first thing that I like to do is what I already did, to light some incense and to light some candles, burn some incense, everything that's kind of like going on behind me right now. And now as the next step, I'm gonna change into something comfortable and then just do a little bit of self-care. So let's see. So I decided to go with this turtleneck. I wore this yesterday night as well. It's just really cozy and warm, and I feel like the orange looks a lot better on me now with that hair color. So next up, I just like to put my hair out of my face to do some skincare. So I'm just using this knitted headband. Gonna put everything out of my face. I always look so weird with this, I feel like, but it's not about that. I just need to keep the hair out of my face. Okay, here we go. So the first thing that I'm gonna do is to remove my makeup. It's pretty worn, so I just like to use a cleanser on these like reusable little cotton things. So I'm just putting some on there and then just taking it off. I feel like my skin is doing really well, yeah, just from not wearing makeup, and also probably from the hormones and everything.
so that's nice. But I just like wipe my entire face. It also feels so much cleaner afterwards. If you're wondering why I'm not doing this in the bathroom, it's because we had the heater off all day in there because we weren't home and it's freezing in there, so just don't want to go in there. I just brought everything here that I want to use. This is just such a good feeling at the end of the day. I like that the water is cold, kind of refreshing on the face. So just taking it all off. And then with these reusable cotton pieces, you can either just wash them by hand, which I do when they're like not that dirty, like it's just a little bit of, which is what I then usually do after like a little bit, after a couple of days. Okay, so I wanted to do a face mask and I have like big containers of face masks, but all of them are to clean the skin and my skin is pretty clean right now. However, it has been so dry recently. I've never been someone with dry skin, but for some reason lately it's just so dry. It's also pretty cold out, so I'm just gonna apply a moisturizing mask. I got this at the drugstore. I'm just gonna put that on. Oh, it actually smells really nice. I like the face masks that aren't that aggressive. I feel like it's just a lot better for my skin. So I'm just gonna leave this on for a couple of minutes, and while I do so, I really like to meditate, kind of unwind. So that's what I'm gonna do now, and then we're gonna take this off. For me, taking care of my mental health is such a good form of self-care. Just journaling and writing down what went on today, what were my thoughts and feelings, just all of that, kind of keeping track of that. And I usually do it in the mornings. On the weekends I don't really, because I don't have that morning time to myself, which is fine, but I just love to journal. Like I do it pretty much every day and it just helps me so much. So that's what I'm gonna do now. Okay, so I had this face mask on for almost 20 minutes. I think it's pretty much sunken in. So I'm gonna go wash this off and then do some more self-care and then do the rest of my routine. So now that my face is washed and clean, I'm sorry my voice is just done for the day. I use some moisturizer. I used to go with oil for quite a while, but lately I've been liking moisturizer just more. So we're gonna go with this now. I feel like with all makeup products and like beauty products, I kind of like go through different phases where I really love them, and then I like to switch it up every now and then. So just gonna put that on really nicely. I like to kind of massage it in almost. So I do these like movements on my forehead and then under my eyes. I don't know if this helps, but it's like it feels really nice, so that's why I do it. Going down on the nose and just like up on the cheeks. I, to be honest, know nothing about that. Oh, my sleeves are wet from washing my face off. I don't know if this happens to anyone else. I'm so bad with that. Yes, but there's like a philosophy on face massages. I don't know anything about it. I just do whatever feels well and kind of like work in all the moisturizer. I feel like you can kind of feel when it's like really well put into the face. So that's pretty much all I do for the beauty part. I'm gonna have another sip of this because my voice is just leaving me. It is pretty strong, but it's not bad, to be honest. So yes, and I like to brush my hair. I'm just keeping it up until my face is completely saturated with moisturizer so that my bangs don't catch the moisturizer and get all sticky. I feel like my ginger hair had gotten so dull and this is so nice, fresh and shiny, so I'm gonna work really hard on maintaining that color. It was so funny because when my dad and his wife were here, my dad was just like, oh, you look like you have your old hair color again. And my stepmom looked at me, she was like, no, your natural hair color was darker than that. I was like, how do you remember that? Like, I've known my stepmom since I was 8. We're pretty close, But like, I would have never imagined that after 4 years with one look she'd be able to say that this is not my natural hair color. But I told her that we're working in on that, and they kind of really liked it, which helped me. People on Instagram liked it, so that's cool too, because I don't really, I mean, I really like it, but I definitely have to grow back into it. Another thing that I like to do, not only when I don't feel well, but also in the evenings in general, is to use a mist like this. This is a lavender mist. You can make this yourself as well. I just got this a while ago and then refilled it with like my own lavender mist. Just like to spray this a little bit on myself a little, just because it smells so nice, and lavender is really calming, so I feel like this always helps. It also kind of has a fresh smell, so it's great if you want to sleep. So I recommend you to make this yourself. If you're interested in seeing how I make like all of these tinctures myself, leave a comment. I will definitely show you, because I make a lot of these things myself, and I feel like making things like this yourself is not only way more sustainable than buying them, it's also good because you know exactly what's in there. Plus, it was really popular in the 60s to just make things like that yourself. So if you're interested, leave a comment and I will tell you more about it. I hope you enjoyed this little like self-care skincare video. I can definitely make an entire video on skincare if anyone is interested. But generally, I feel like if you want to do like a 1960s inspired self-care routine, it's important to leave out electronics. So I don't do anything with my phone or anything at all. I just light some candles, some incense. Honestly, I feel like this is already so calming, just like looking at this, looking at the way that it smokes and everything. So I honestly feel like reflecting yourself and just like taking some time for yourself. Truly, don't overdo it with like blingy lights or whatever ambient things. I mean, do whatever you like, but I just like to take it a step back. I also like to take hot showers for self-care and a few different things. Mainly this is what I like to do. So that's it for today's video. All I'm gonna do is drink a lot of tea. I'm sorry if this wasn't the most exciting video, but I'm just not feeling well today, and this is what we did today. This is what I like to do on a day I kind of feel a bit sick. So that's pretty much it for today's video. I really hope you enjoyed it. If you did, I would love you to give it a thumbs up and maybe share it with a friend. I really hope you enjoy Vlogmas. Please leave a comment down below telling me how you like to spend your Christmas time. What are your favorite things? And also, if you have some really cool like self-care tips, I would love to hear about them. I hope you have a beautiful day or night or whatever time you might be watching this. I hope you took good care of yourself today. If you haven't, just do it right now. It is important that someone takes care of you. You can take care of yourself. That's all fine, but just know that you deserve to be taken care of, and you honestly deserve the world. So do whatever makes you feel good, and I will see you tomorrow. Bye everybody. Good night everyone.